Hi, welcome back to the another chapter number 8 for the law of attraction. And the chapter number 8 is about thoughts. What you think, what are your thoughts, that's become the reality. So thoughts focus on what you want, not what you don't want. I was once asked why I don't participate in anti-war demonstrations. I said that I will never do that, but as soon as you have to a pro peace rally, I will be there. Our emotions and thoughts are connected like chicken and eggs. No one knows whether the egg come first or the chicken. That's an interesting question. But everyone knows that egg can create a chicken and chicken can create eggs. Similarly, no one knows whether feelings come first or the thoughts. But we all know that our feelings can create thoughts and our thoughts can create feelings. They are interconnected. Do you really playing with the sand on the beach when you were a child? So do you remember playing with sand on the beach when you was a kid? Yes, separately, the particles of the sand have no power, but if we bring them together, we can use them to make a sand castle, a mountain, a person, or just about anything we want. Just like that, our thoughts are like particles of energy. When we focus on what all our thoughts and bring them together, they actually attract more energy from the universe around us and create our reality. That's the law of attraction. So if you focus on thoughts what you want, you start getting more of it. Similarly, if you focus a lot of your thoughts on what you don't want, then you can generate more what you don't want. The law of attraction, what I call the universe or what some people call God, does not question what you attract. Wherever you feel, think, believe, or the act will get attracted to you without exception. So, if you constantly think about what you don't want and get worried about it, the universe does not give a warning sign like a Windows PC. By thinking of what you don't want, you are attracting more negative energy. Are you sure you want this? Say cancel, cancel if you don't want the negative energy. Okay. The universe does not interfere with your frequency that we call FTBAs, only have a full control over it. Remember that. Law of attraction is like a genie. It only says your wish is my command. It will neither question your command nor ask whether you want to change it. Haven't you had the experience of attracting the exactly what you did not want or what you were most scared of? So you didn't want your boss to catch your mistakes, but he did. You didn't want to fail, but you did. You didn't want to get late, but you got caught into a lot of traffic. So you wish you couldn't have to wait in the queue and you found a long queue. You feared getting in the wrong relationship and you did. You didn't want people to cheat you and yet you found the people who did that to you. You didn't want to lose your temper but you did. These experiences are not coincidence, they are your attraction. The more you resist something, the more you will attract it. Why does this happen? There are the two major mistakes that people make in their way of thinking, and they stop them from attracting what they want, making them instead attract what they don't want. So, thoughts focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And the first mistake, what we do as a normal law of attraction users, here are the some mistakes that you and I make in our way of thinking. We think a lot of about what we don't want and attract more the unwanted negative situation. The only way to tune into the frequency is to feel, think, believe, and act if you already have it. So, when you think negative, you already vibrate at the frequency of having the problem. When you are thinking about the getting late, you are in the mind that you are already late. So, if you are tuned into the frequency of being late, thus, you start attracting its matching frequency, and in the form of the people, situations, and actually delays you. So when you are scared of having bad relationship, you are already tuned into the frequency of having bad relationship, and thus you attract them perfectly because they attracts like. You cannot defy the law, it works all the time. It is your choice whether to use you this law of attraction more what you want or more what you don't want. I was once asked why I don't participate in anti-war demonstration. I said that I will never do that, but as soon as you have a pro-peace rally, I will be there. That's said by Mother Teresa. A participant once shared with me how he would be always scared that colleague would take credit for his work. That's exactly what happened. He always blamed his colleague for it, but after participating in our workshop, he understood that it was he who had attracted the situation through his own negative thoughts. Another participant shared that the more he told his son not to bang the door, the more he banged the door. Why, what was? That's because our mind thinks in a picture. When you tell others to not to do something, they picture indulgently in the forbidden. In this case, the boy can capture the banging door, thus he ends up repeating the behavior. What you need to do to tell the son to close the door softly. Similarly, when you think you don't want to have an argument with your spouse, your mind has already pictured you're arguing with your spouse, so you end up arguing even if you didn't want to. The right way to think is I am having a peaceful conversation with my spouse today. This is what you want to attract. The second mistake, the man is but the product of his thoughts that he thinks he becomes. It says by Mahatma Gandhi, a man is but the product of his thoughts, and what he thinks he becomes. We are the product of our thoughts. What we think we become. Another mistake people make in them thinking is that they think in the future tense. I want promotions. I want to increase the profit. I want to attract a life partner. I want new house. I want to be successful, and that is endless for the I want. When we repeat such a statement in our mind to or say them around while talking to people, we do not vibrate at the frequency of actually having it. According to the law of attraction, we will never attract such goals. Remember, attraction happen only if you are tuned into the same frequency of your goals, which means thinking that you already have them. Thus, when you want something, it is necessary to say it in the present tense so you can tune into its frequency. Most often, we think either in the past or the future tense, and that too in the negative manner. This way, unconsciously, we vibrate at the exact opposite frequency of our goals. Therefore, despite working hard, people don't get what they want. So, what we do? The question is what we do. The first stop creating the negative frequency by thinking in the past tense and the future tense. Then use the best way of thinking affirmations. Affirmations means tuning your thoughts into the frequency. So you create your thoughts create your intention, and your intention creates reality. You create your thoughts create your intention, and your intention creates your reality. So, affirmation is a great way to tune your thoughts to vibrate at the required frequency of your goals. Affirmation will help you to convert all your negative thoughts into the positive thoughts. But what are the affirmations? Affirmations are the positive statement made in the present tense. When you think of something in the positive way in the present tense, you start vibrating it exactly matching frequency and attract it. And if you add adjectives like thank you God, I'm so happy, I'm so excited now, these adjectives will add more positive emotions into your affirmations. So here are the some of the example of how to convert your incorrect thinking into the affirmation so you can start vibrating at positive frequency. Incorrect thinking, negative or the past future tense and the affirmations. I want to increase the profit. Thank God for increasing my profit. I want promotion. So rather than saying I am so happy that I got my promotion, I don't want to be late. I'm so relaxed now that I have reached on the time. So change this into the positive affirmations. So one of my participants, Bhupendra Rathod, wanted his sister to get married, but they were unable to find a suitable groom for her. In the language of law of attraction, this means that they were not vibrating at the right frequency of marriage and were thus unable to attract the right person. In a personal coaching session, we help Bhupendra to make a list of positive affirmation based on the basic question of what he wanted for his sister. He made the affirmation like, I'm so happy and thankful that my sister has found a very loving and understanding life partner. Thank you, God. Thank you, everybody. Thank God, everybody is so happy in the marriage. I'm so relieved and thankful that everything in the marriage has been taken care of perfectly within our budget. So after writing this affirmation, he made sure that he was reading them 3 times a day. First thing he gets up in the morning during the day whenever he would feel worried about his sister's marriage, and last thing before he sleeps at night. In just a month after that, Bhupendra found the right person for his sister and marriage took place exactly as he had written in his affirmation list. That's the magic. Bhupendra Singh Rathod, I love this man because this is the first man who is my first coach. I can say I've taken his course and he had immense value in my belief system. And as a result, I got I can't imagine. I got 3 offer letters within a month and during the lockdown time. It's incredible for me, maybe for not you. But what had not happened for a long time to took this place immediately after he tuned into the right frequency by conditioning his FTBA through the affirmation. Your affirmations help you to think, believe, feel, and act if you already achieved your goal. So, as a result, your actions start attracting the positive energy in the form of people, situations, and that are always around you. God helps to those who helps themselves. God helps to them who help themselves. I have been successfully using the affirmation for many years to achieve my monthly business goals. I had a magical experience in initial period of conducting workshop for my small group. I want a large group of workshop where I could address hundreds of people in the single batch. Unconsciously, for some time, I had been using the law of attraction against myself by saying the things like, other trainers are lucky that they get large group workshops. Will I ever get a large workshop? Why don't I get a group workshop? The market does not have the requirement for the large group of workshop. By repeating these statements, I was unconsciously vibrating at the wrong frequency, feeling chillier, helpless, unlucky, and hence attracting what I didn't desire. But now I changed that information. Thank God I have got so many opportunity to conduct the large group workshops. I love the excitement of working with the large group of hundreds of people. So you can attract anything you want in life as long as you vibrate at its matching frequency. Sometimes people ask me how long it will take to attract my goals after I start using the affirmation. So there is a no fixed time for this. Different people will take different time to tune into the right frequency, but I can tell you one thing, if you keep conditioning the frequency, you will tune into it one day, and that day you will magically attract what you want in your life. So make affirmation for every area of life. Not only attract the new goals of your life, but also the areas where you would like to maintain your positive frequency. Here is a list of my personal affirmation which I use on daily basis. So in this list, I have included the affirmation for my new goal and for the positive frequency training. I am internationally famous as one of the best leadership trainer in the world. I am the one of the best behavior transformation trainer in the world. The universe constantly guides me to create instant transformation for people in my all virtual. In my all workshops, I get 100% successful rating. So, writing book, I am successful author as my books are international bestsellers. All my audio video products are international bestsellers and help to million people to create amazing transformation in their life. Financially, we are always taking care of it, always live in the abundance. We are one of the biggest brand in the field of corporate training. I always give abundance of love, time, and money to all my family members. I love and respect them and always show the appreciation and keep the romance alive. I give a lot of time to every member of the family and talk to them with love and respect. I have fully owned property asset worth 100 crore as of today, right to date here. I practice being responsive by using the best positive words, tones, and the body's language. I always live in the present moment and live in the gratitude for whatever I already have. Every morning, I start my day by loudly repeating these affirmations to myself while walking on my treadmill. Every night before I sleep, I repeat this affirmation and sleep in the frequency of my perfect life. Since the time I started using the affirmations, almost all my goals are achieved in the way which are truly magical. Start creating the magic in your life too by making the list of your own affirmations. If you need to support in creating affirmation, you can call a personal coaching session by contacting us through our website. A lot of my participants tell me that experience some magical results when they use the affirmation, but the problem is that they forget to use them regularly and sometimes their positive attraction stop. Recording the affirmation, the position of anything begins in the mind. This particular technique will put your affirmation on autopilot and give you the super result. It is placed on the principle output depends on the input. What goes in your mind is what comes out of it. If a person is told again and again he is very bad at his work, he is bound to continue producing the bad results even in the future. When you appreciate the persons and encourage them, you are giving the positive inputs in their mind, which turn into the positive output. Here are the couple of stories of how people have used the recording techniques to create the magical attraction in life. One of my participants was struggling with her divorce. She wanted to help her peaceful, but the reason constantly understanding. During the workshop, she realized, as per the cycle of law of attraction, she may be attracted to divorce. So, 20% was perhaps destiny, but was she responded to the situation with her FTPA, was she bound to attract more negative situations? So here is a list of affirmation we recorded. I am so happy and grateful for everything that I have in my life. I am so happy and grateful for everything that I have in my life. Every challenge during my divorce is teaching me to become emotionally. So feed yourself with the great thoughts. We all have two powerful magnets within us, negative energy magnet and the positive energy magnet. So many times we'll give you the more power to the negative magnets, negative frequency magnets. So stop using that magnet and start using positive magnets. So here is the summary of the thoughts chapter, which the first number what we learn, the relationship between your emotions and thoughts is similar to the relationship between the chicken and eggs. We don't know which come first, but we know what they impact each other. When you focus on what you want, you get more what you want. When you focus on what you don't want, you also get what you don't want. The law of attraction or the universe does not interfere with what you attract with your free will. Without any exception, you will always attract what you feel, think, believe, and act. Affirmation is a great technique to tune into the frequency FTBAs to attract what you want. Affirmations are positive statements made in the present tense. After you write your affirmation, read them 3 times in a day. First thing in the morning, last things at the night before you sleep, anything, anytime during the day when you think negatively about your goals. For faster result, record your affirmation in your mobile phone and listen to them all the night. Feed yourself with a great thoughts. That's about the chapter number 8, thoughts. Our next chapter is very exciting, which is about the belief system. Change your belief system. So you're deserving a capacity to attract. That's your belief. Take the first step in the faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take one step ahead. And that's our next chapter. Meet you in soon. Thank you very much.